Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Eduardo Bustamante, professor from the Department of Kinesiology and Nutrition, and on behalf of the faculty of the College of Applied Health Sciences, I'd like to welcome you today. To ensure that everyone enjoys this meaningful event, please take a moment now to turn off your cell phones or put them on silent. Thank you. It's my pleasure to introduce Hillary Stickler, a graduating student from our online Master of Science in Health Informatics program. Hillary has traveled long distance from Oklahoma to be with us today, and she'll be leading us in singing the Star-Spangled Banner. At this time, I ask that all rise during the song. Words can be found on the back cover of your program booklet.
At the twilight's last
Please be seated.
Good afternoon. My name is Bo Fernhall, and I'm proud to be the Dean of the College of Applied Health Sciences. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, the President of the University, the faculty, staff, and administration of the University of Illinois at Chicago, I'm pleased to welcome you to the commencement of the UIC College of Applied Health Sciences. Before I do anything else, I'd first like to recognize the members of our platform party. I ask these members to rise as I call your names, and for the audience to hold your applause until all have been introduced. Trustee James Montgomery, Trustee of the University of Illinois. Dr. Michael Emeritus, Chancellor of the University of Illinois at Chicago. Mr. Trim Grover, Keynote Speaker. Dr. Laura Lee Juncker, Associate Dean, Graduate College. Dr. Nicholas Varelas, Vice Provost for Undergraduate Affairs. Mr. Eric Meredith, Chair of the AHS College Alumni Board. Ms. Renee Jeffrey, who will give the student address. Dr. Demetra John, Associate Dean for Academic and Student Affairs. Ms. Harissa Ledesma, AHS Student Council Representative. Ms. Alyssa Williams, President of the AHS Student Council. Dr. Philip Clifford, Associate Dean for Research. Dr. Anthony Fiola, Head, Biomedical and Health Information Sciences. Dr. Tamar Heller, Head, Department of Disability and Human Development. Dr. Yolanda Soares Balcazar, Head, Department of Occupational Therapy. And Dr. Ross Arena, Head, Department of Physical Therapy, and Interim Head of the Department of Kinesiology and Nutrition. Thank you. This year marks the 38th year that the Applied Health Sciences has been an independent college, even though many of our programs date as far back as 1918. That makes us one of the oldest institutions in the university. As a college composed of faculty and staff dedicated to the health and well-being of all people, our jobs is to educate you, indeed transform you into outstanding professionals you will become. Today's commencement ceremony marks the day of your transformations from students to graduates. You did it. You are now entering a world that needs you more than ever. And I know from personal experience, and from what I've heard from our faculty and staff, you are well prepared to make a difference in today's society, and the future of our nation is in good hands. I wish each of you the very best that life can offer. Now, I would like the class of 2017 to rise. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2017. Now, class of 2017, you know you would not be here today if it weren't for two special groups. First, the faculty and staff of the college who taught and guided you. Would the faculty and staff please rise? Please give them a round of applause. Now, class of 2017, please turn around. These were the people who were with you all the way, your family, friends, and loved ones. Please give them a very loud cheer and applause. Please be seated. At this time, I would like to introduce University of Illinois trustee James Montgomery. Along with his appointment as a Board of Trustee at the University of Illinois, James Montgomery's professional experience also includes instructor at the University of Chicago School of Law, student profession advisor at DePaul University, panelist at the Harvard Law School, and presenter at the Illinois Institute for Continuing Education. Trustee Montgomery earned a JD at the University of Illinois College of Law and a BA at the University of Illinois Navy Pier in Urbana. Other accomplishments and honors include member of the Illinois and Chicago Bar Association and chairman of the Capital Litigation Trial Bar. He has earned a Hall of Fame award for the National Bar Association, the Laureate Illinois Academy of Lawyers, and the Earl Burris Dickerson Award. Chicago Magazine has named him as one of Chicago's 30 tough lawyers. Please welcome James Montgomery to the podium.
Let me thank you for that introduction. I was not expecting it, but to the class of 2017 and your family, welcome. On behalf of the University of Illinois Board of Trustees, I congratulate you, graduates of the class of 2017. I'd also like to take a moment to thank and honor the dedicated faculty and other mentors, as well as your family and friends who have supported and guided you over the years. All of us gathered here today are so very proud of you. You have dedicated yourself to helping others, to improving the health of our community. This ceremony marks a mighty milestone in that effort. I hope you are as happy to be here as I am. As a student at the fourth largest college at UIC, with almost 2,000 students, you have benefited from a wide range of programs, courses, and other opportunities, all of which help you determine the area of care you are most passionate about. And because you come from all walks of life, the interactions you have had with one another have enabled you all to become more compassionate, more understanding, and better able to envision lives different from your own, lives with different challenges and charms. Yours may be a long journey, but it has a lofty goal to provide high-quality health services with the intent of eliminating health disparities, particularly in urban communities. No matter your path after today, you will all help to make the world a better place, and I applaud you. You will help individuals and communities enjoy good health, which is, of course, more than the absence of illness. It is the state of physical, mental, and social well-being. That is something we all deserve. Each of you will play your part in this noble cause. No one said healthcare was an easy profession. Some days you'll feel overwhelmed and even exhausted. But with your Illinois training and the support of the friends and mentors you've made here at Illinois, you will prevail. No matter your path, whether you become a scholar, educator, advocate, or all three, thanks in part to your Illinois education, you will make a huge difference in many people's lives. Keep at it. Perseverance is powerful. Many of you will stay in Illinois, but others will range far afield. In either case, you are now part of the esteemed family of the University of Illinois alumni, one of the alumni networks of the world, largest alumni networks of the world. And I must add here as a commercial, stay with us and hang with us over the years, because we are proud of you, and we love you, and we want you to continue to be proud of us and love us as a university. Thank you. In either case, I imagine that today you feel both excited and nervous, and that's okay. I urge you, don't give up, harness your nerves, explore, dream, discover, but for now, just go celebrate. Heartfelt congratulations to you and yours on your special day from all of us on the University of Illinois Board of Trustees. Thank you.
I now have the distinct pleasure of introducing Michael Emeritus, Chancellor of the University of Illinois at Chicago. Although he's only been here for a little over 2 years, he's made a tremendous difference on our campus. Chancellor Emeritus.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the University of Illinois at Chicago Spring Commencement Ceremonies. And I'm saying ceremonies in plural because for me, over the next 72 hours, there are going to be 13 commencement ceremonies. But I'm told here that this one is special because we have a great class of 2017 from the College of Applied Health Sciences to present to you. I have to admit, though, that watching the ceremony so far, I have started doubting that this is the case. Because, you see, I expected that with a great class presented to you, the audience, the family, and the friends would clap more loudly, would cheer more loudly, would shout more loudly. So in other words, they would demonstrate more intense emotions as we celebrate the success of our students. So unless you think they're just okay, that they are not outstanding, please prove me wrong as I say, congratulations, class of 2017. That's a slight improvement of what we had before. So I would like to thank the families. I would like to thank the mothers, the fathers, the siblings, the grandparents, the spouses, children, aunts, uncles, cousins, friends, family that they are here with us today. I want to thank you for being with our graduates today to celebrate, but more importantly, I want to thank you for everything that you have done to support our students during their journey at the University of Illinois at Chicago. And of course, I want to thank your professors. I want to thank your teachers, your mentors, your advisors. I also want to thank the staff of UIC, the ones who pushed you when it seemed that you couldn't take one more step, and then they helped you stand up and face the challenges. A big thank you to them as well. So please join me in thanking the faculty and the staff. Well, this is it. You made it. With your classmates, friends, and teammates, the people who supported each other, the people that you work together, share projects and notes, and I keep saying this every year, hopefully not during the exams, the people that kept each other awake during all-night study, and I hope the faculty will excuse me to say sometimes kept you awake during classroom time as well, you're all here today. And I hope that you have plans for a great party tonight. You can take the evening off. But please remember that the rest of your life starts at 7 a.m. sharp tomorrow morning. And I mean it when I say tomorrow morning, because as I look at all of you today, besides your big smiles, I also see the millennial generation grown up and ready to take the world in different directions. And my hope is that this starts tomorrow morning because I can't wait for it. Now, by the way, I know that depending on how we count, we may have some pre-millennials here, especially in the advanced degrees, and we may have some post-millennials that they have been very fast growing up. So how about if I call all of you together the internet generation? Since you were born and grew up with the internet and its technology side effects playing a significant role in nearly every aspect of your lives. You are the most technologically driven generation in history, and you're connected in ways impossible to have imagined, even a generation ago. Consider these facts, not alternative facts, facts. You have the highest average number of Facebook friends I have 3, and they're all members of my family. 60% of you are regularly posting selfies. And I think there may be 20 or 30 people from my generation that do this across the world, and you're still looking for them. And you send an average of 50 texts a day. I mean, really, 50 texts a day? What in the world are you writing about? And I'm not even going to go into Twitter, right? In fact, I wish some older people would stop tweeting, especially in the middle of the night. Right? Joking aside, you adjust readily to new technologies, you know how to handle new systems and devices, and you perform computer-based tasks more quickly than anyone over the age of 40. And although some may believe that multitasking is not the most effective way to work, the millennials are proving them wrong. And your comfort with social media means that you are very good at promoting your skills and making both professional and personal connections using technology to overcome what used to be traditional barriers. But my hope in you is not placed on your technological skills alone. More importantly, I really believe that you are the most optimistic generation that we have seen in the last decades. You see a world of opportunities and possibilities, and you are not stuck on labels. In fact, 50% of millennials in this country consider themselves politically unaffiliated, not because they're not politically active or they are apolitical, but because they're open-minded and they want to consider a wider range of ideas. You have a healthy skepticism and you are not afraid to ask questions. And where the baby boomers were famous for saying don't trust anyone over 30, your skepticism is not rooted in age, it is rooted in knowledge. 20% of the millennial generation, this by the way is not in Chicago, it's across the country, 20% of the millennial generation have at least one immigrant in their immediate family. Multiply this by 2 or 3 if you want to talk about Chicago. And as the most ethnically diverse generation, millennials are more accepting of differences. And your inclusion of members of other religious, racial, gender, sexual orientation, physical ability groups means that you support now and you will continue to support in the future institutions and laws that promote social and economic equality. So when I add all of this up, what I see in front of me today is the most diverse generation in our history, the most technologically connected generation in our history, and the most passionate generation about the values of equality and justice. And here is your challenge. The enlightened and inclusive views that define your sense of right and wrong will only progress if you make your voices heard and your actions felt. Your generation has proven that you can rally behind important causes, and I hope that civic engagement becomes your hallmark. Civic engagement, by the way, does not start and end at the polls every 2 or 4 years. Civic engagement means working to make a difference in the life of our communities and developing the combination of knowledge, skills, values, and motivation to make that difference a reality. Civic engagement means promoting the quality of life through political but also non-political processes. It means building, revitalizing, and investing in communities. It means listening to all voices and frequently speaking for those who may have been silenced. I'm confident that armed with your university education and your own values and principles, you are by now ready to put yourselves at the forefront of our future. This is the tradition and the legacy, after all, of UIC graduates. And I hope that you will start doing this at 7 a.m. sharp tomorrow morning. On behalf of the University of Illinois at Chicago, I promise you that we will always be your university and we will continue to support you. Like you, we will continue to grow in strength and reputation, enhances in the process the value of your degrees. We will make you proud, as you have made us proud today, And after all, the greatness of a university is in big part the sum of its alumni. And you are now today becoming part of that equation. Please remember to share your future accomplishments with us, and please remember to return and visit, mentor the students who follow in your footsteps. Go out and tell the world about what you have accomplished, and go out and tell the world about your alma mater. You are now our greatest ambassadors. Congratulations, class of 2017, and Godspeed.
Thank you, Chancellor Emeritus. And you all know that what a chancellor says is what we do, so you don't have a choice. We're thrilled to have with us this afternoon our exciting, exceptional guest speaker, Mr. Tim Grover. Tim Grover is the CEO of Attack Athletics Incorporated, founded in 1989. World-renowned for his legendary work with elite champions and Hall of Famers, including Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Dwayne Wade, and hundreds of other NFL, MLB, and NBA and Olympic athletes, he is a preeminent authority on the science and art of physical and mental dominance and achieving excellence. Author of the national bestseller, Relentless, From Good to Great to Unstoppable, Tim appears around the world as a keynote speaker and consultant to business leaders, athletes, and elite achievers in any area who want to know how the best can get better in anything they do, teaching the principles of relentless drive, result-driven performance, and mental toughness. A featured columnist at SI.com and Yahoo.com, he also appears regularly on ESPN, Fox Sports 1, and other media outlets. Now for the best part. Tim earned his master's degree in exercise science and his bachelor's degree in kinesiology at the University of Illinois at Chicago. All right. Of course, that means we take full credit for all his accomplishments. As a former NCAA Division I basketball player at the University of Illinois, Chicago, he was inducted into the UIC Hall of Fame with a Lifetime Achievement Award in 2010. Please join me in welcoming Tim Grover.
I don't have much of a script because when I talk, I like to talk from the heart. All right. First of all, thank you very much. It's an honor for me to be able to stand in front of you guys and gals. I graduated from this institute back in the 80s. So long ago, it used to be called UICC. Okay? Does anybody know what that last C used to stand for? Circle Campus. This thing didn't even have a mascot when I went here, all right? But I owe everything and my success to this institute, all right? Everything I learned, being able to apply it, was through this college. So my story is not any different than yours or what you guys are trying to do. Right? I came in, I graduated from this program, I had no idea what I was going to do, all right? My mom was ecstatic that I graduated. My dad was ecstatic he didn't have to pay any more tuition. My brother was at home changing the locks to make sure I didn't come back there. So hey, you guys are laughing, but I guarantee some of the parents are all thinking the same thing over there. But no, seriously, you have a chance in this field to do whatever you want to do. All right. When I started here, people were like, well, what are you going to do with it? I always said, I want to train professional athletes. They're like, you're not going to train professional athletes. I want to train professional athletes. That was my one-track goal, one-track mind of what I wanted to do. All right. So in order to do that, what did I have to do? I had to learn the human body inside and out. All right. My experience in my kinesiology class was my professor, the first day of class, he had us all stand up, and if we answered the question, you got to sit down. If you didn't answer the question, You got to stand, right? I stood for the whole week, all right? But that moment stood with me. It stood with me. Said, hey, I'm not working hard enough to do what I need to do. I was also fortunate enough to play college basketball here, right? Again, the games used to be played in the PEB building when I played. I actually saw the pavilion go up. I saw it being built. We transferred all the equipment from the PEB building over there. So the message I'm trying to say is this field is limitless. It really is. You can take it wherever you want to go. I had a thought back then about dealing with professional athletes. All right, I'm sure a lot of individuals in here have thoughts and ideas that I couldn't even fathom back then. Don't be afraid to put them out there. Okay? Don't be afraid to take that risk. Don't be afraid to take that chance. Because if you don't, somebody else will. If you see that opportunity, go for it. All right? Don't even wait. Don't count 1, 2, 3. If you're waiting on 1, 2, 3, by the time you count to 3, somebody's already left at 1 and 2. You're already steps behind. All right? You have something special. I know how difficult to get a degree in this program is. Trust me, I really do. All right? I know the sacrifices everybody had to make. I'm one of you. I am one of you. Right? Everything I wanted to do up to this point in this field is because of the education that I've gotten here. Okay? I wanted to write a book. I was fortunate enough to write a book. Okay? A best-selling book, matter of fact. All right? I wanted to open up my own facility. I opened up my own facility. I wanted to do business overseas. I've done business in India. I've done business in China. I've done business in Germany. My education is no different than yours. Matter of fact, you guys are probably, no, take that probably back, okay? You guys are way better suited, way smarter than I am. The difference is I was relentless in my pursuit to go for what I wanted. I had the support of a lot of my friends. I had the support of my parents. So one thing I want everybody to do here, okay? Turn to the person next to you, either side. Give them a high five, give them a hug, all right? Because they did it and you did it, all right? Okay? Then I want you to take your arms and either give yourself a pat on the back or give yourself a hug because you did it too, okay? Everyone talks about a team effort. Hey, Michael Jordan always used to say, hey, they used to tell him there's no I in team, but there's a hell of an I in win, all right? So in order to win, you got to be in it. You got to be in it. Chase whatever you want. Go after it. Don't let people say no, right? The ones that tell you no, that they don't want you to succeed because they're afraid. Everyone tells you this. You know you're going to fail. I've failed numerous times. I'm going to continue to fail. Failure is your biggest education step to success. You have to. Every individual's failed at something. You've heard this over and over again. Okay? Everybody in here is motivated. Everybody in here has passion for what they want to do. But unless you have action behind that, those are just emotions. So after you celebrate and you have a good time, you're going to have to get off your asses and you're going to have to move because it's not coming to you. It's not coming to you. So how I got to Michael Jordan, I started training Michael Jordan when I was 19 years old. 19. I started at this institution very early. All right. I was fortunate enough to have the ability to process information at a very advanced rate. So what happened was he broke his foot his second year in the league. I'm sure a lot of the parents know these stories over there, but the kids, You know, they're like, oh, this is the LeBron James era and so forth. But let me tell you, there's another guy up back there that did it way better. All right. So he broke his foot his second year in the league. All right. I was working at a physical therapy clinic in Streeterville. Michael Jordan comes in with a team doctor, with a team physician, the athletic trainer, the owner, the coach, everything. So Michael Jordan says he wants to be back by the playoffs. All right. The ownership comes in, hey, we're shutting you down for the whole year. You're too valuable of an asset. We don't want you playing anymore. Right? And they told everybody, if anybody that works with him, you're going to be terminated. So everyone walks out the room. I'm in a clinic about maybe 50 feet away. The doctor calls Michael Jordan back in and says, hey, you want to be back by the playoffs? He pointed into that room. He said, hire that kid. Right? That was my opportunity. But I was not ready for that opportunity. If this institution didn't give me the knowledge and preparation, I would have not been ready. Right? So all the times that you're thinking about those long hours that you had to put in, those early mornings, those late nights, when that opportunity comes, that's when the stuff pays off. That's when it pays off. You may not see it now. You may not understand it. Right? But trust me, it all comes together. It does. It really, really does. Right? And if it doesn't come together, right, don't stop, but don't blame others. Right? Don't blame others. Take it upon yourself. Figure it out. The smartest individuals, the greatest people, they figure stuff out. You want to use another word, but I'm not going to say it. All right? They figure stuff out. And you guys and girls have figured so much stuff out already. Right? I know there's a lot of fear here. Well, what's the next steps? What am I going to do? All right? I finished a master's degree and went to work at a local health club making minimum wage, which back then was $4.25 an hour. All right, with a master's degree. Right? What was the alternative? Sit at home? Can't do it. Can't do it. Okay. That job allowed me to hone my skills, allowed me to understand and apply everything that I learned. And if I knew I could apply it at any level, that once I got a chance at the highest level, I know I could make it work. I know I can make it work. I'm no different than anybody in here. No different. Few months older, right? Not quite as handsome as some. Maybe a few emotions. I tell you one thing, though. When I started working for Michael Jordan, I didn't get smarter, but boy, did I get handsomer all of a sudden. Right? Obstacles are going to come. Okay? The walls are going to be in front of you, but those are the things that you create. You have your levels of success. Okay? You're going to get to a certain area. There's going to be a wall in front. There's going to be a wall. You're going to have to knock down that wall. You want to go another level up? There's going to be another wall there. That wall is going to be even harder to knock down. You want to continue to go? There's going to be another wall. Okay? Some people stop. Okay? I don't want to get only to the top. I want to go over the top. Okay? Every year I have to deal with competition, with other individuals that are going after the business that I have. Okay? And I know some of you in the room are thinking about, man, how do I get to those clients? Right? So I got to continue to educate myself. The process never stops. Okay? But you have to crave that end result so much that the work is irrelevant. Right? Don't go to work. Become the work. That's the difference. A lot of people get up in the morning and they go to a job. Okay? Become the job. For a lot of athletes, a lot of people that are successful, right, it's an obsession. It's an ongoing obsession. It doesn't end. And they understand one thing. You can never own success. Success is only rented. And once you stop paying for it, it goes away. One last story, and I'll let you guys go. So while I was at this school here, I wasn't much of an individual that would go out, wouldn't be at any much social events, wouldn't be at the bars, all this other stuff. And people always used to ask me, say, hey, Tim, man, we never see you at any of the parties, we never see you at the clubs, you never go out with us. And my line to them was, well, I never see you guys at the bank. Okay? So, what are your options? Okay? Okay? Those individuals after that understood what my direction was. And if you see the most obsessed individuals, right? I know the chancellor said here, hey, 7 o'clock tomorrow a.m. You guys to celebrate today, but then it's time for the real world and to work. Kobe Bryant, another client of mine, entered the NBA when he was 17 years old. 17. Played 20 years. Okay. Every year you have they have a draft party, just like you guys are going to come on stage, you're going to shake people's hands, you're going to take pictures, you're going to have a good time. Okay? So when Kobe got drafted, back then I think there was 28 teams. Okay? So 28 players got drafted in the first round. 27 of them had draft parties set up for them. You know what Kobe did after he got drafted? He went and worked out. He shot 1,000 baskets. That's the difference between a 20-year career and being successful and a non-successful career where you're talking about, I'm not happy where I'm at. Right? It's up to you. It's not up to anybody else. It's up to you. Right? Get to know all the individuals in here, because at some point, you're going to need somebody's assistance. Okay? Earlier in your career, you need help. Okay? But if 5 years from now on, you're still seeking help, there's an issue. You want to be seeking assistance. Early in your career, you seek help. As your career progresses, you seek assistance. Don't ever see things as a problem. Okay? There's no things as problems. There's only situations. Never go into somewhere and say, hey, I got a problem. Okay? You have situations that need to be dealt with. Deal with those situations. Okay? You guys are so intelligent, so smart, okay, and so talented. But I guarantee it, everybody in this room knows an individual that's smart, that's talented, but never really reached that potential. Okay. Don't be that person. Be the class of 2017 that not only knows how to set the world on fire, but knows how to put those fires out. Thank you very much, everybody.
I think that means that you don't start at 7 a.m., but at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. So this is the point in the ceremony that marks the official conferral of degrees from the University of Illinois on behalf of the Board of Trustees. Chancellor Emeritus, upon the recommendation of the faculty and by vote of the Senate, I have the honor to present these candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy. Candidates, please rise.
Upon these recommendations and by the authority of the Board of Trustees, I confer upon each one of you the Doctor of Philosophy degree for which you have been presented and admit you to all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities of that degree. Congratulations.
Please be seated. Chancellor Emeritus, upon the recommendation of the faculty and by vote of the Senate, I have the honor to present these candidates for the degree of Doctor of Occupational Therapy. Please rise.
Upon these recommendations and by the authority of the Board of Trustees, I confer upon each one of you the Doctor of Occupational Therapy degree for which you have been presented and admit you to all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities of that degree. Congratulations.
Chancellor Emeritus, upon the recommendation of the faculty and by the vote of the Senate, I have the honor to present these candidates for the degree of Doctor of Physical Therapy. Please rise.
Upon these recommendations and by the authority of the Board of Trustees, I confer upon each of you the Doctor of Physical Therapy degree for which you have been presented and admit you to all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities of that degree. Congratulations.
Please be seated. Chancellor Emeritus, upon the recommendation of the faculty and by vote of the Senate, I have the honor to present these candidates for the degree of Master of Science. Please rise.
Upon these recommendations and by the authority of the Board of Trustees, I confer upon each of you the Master of Science degree for which you have been presented and admit you to all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities of that degree. Congratulations.
Please be seated. Chancellor Emeritus, upon the recommendation of the faculty and by vote of the Senate, I have the honor to present these candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science. Please rise.
Upon these recommendations and by the authority of the Board of Trustees, I confer upon each of you the Bachelor of Science degree for which you have been presented and admit you to all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities of that degree. Congratulations.
I have the honor to present the Illinois Board of Higher Education certificate candidates. Please rise. Nobody here. And now the moment you've been waiting for, the presentation of degree recipients. Our department heads will now introduce their academic programs and their faculty marshals. We'll begin with Dr. Anthony Fiola from the Department of Biomedical and Health Information Sciences.
Thank you, Dean. I'd like to welcome the students from the Department of Biomedical and Health Information Sciences class of 2017. Congratulations. Now let me introduce John Doherty, who is the Marshal of Biomedical Visualization Program. John?
Thank you, Dr. Fiola. It's my honor to introduce the graduates of the Master of Science in Biomedical Visualization, the 96th year in our program's history. Paige F. Bloomer. Nika S. Ford. Molly Elizabeth Scherzinger-Hutner. Christina Lorenzo. Jacqueline Kate Mason. Chanami Emmy Michaels. Chun Chun Ang. Megan O'Connell. Adriana Maria Orland. Tiffany Renee Raber, Andrew K. Schulte, it's all right, Christina Alicia Sidorowicz, Ashley Ohm, Ellen Weiss, and Catherine Grace Zumak. Congratulations. Now it's my pleasure to introduce the Faculty Marshal for the graduate program in Health Informatics, Dr. Michael Dieter.
Thank you, John. It's my pleasure today to introduce the Master of Science in Health Informatics graduates. Deborah Ann Beers, Emily Mae Dick, Debbie A. Donaldson, Sri Lakshmi Gangavarapu, Hortensia Samantha Hanley Wilkinson, Maura Hogue, Teresa Ann Horan, Deborah P. Jensen, Shantae J. Johnson, Barbara J. Kosinski, Nicolette Susan Kramer, Maysoon Abdallah Ibrahim Mohammed, James Owen Perry, Sunny E. Solis, Hillary Michelle Stickler, Julie A. Taylor, Nakia M. Triplett, Cherry Nicole Warren. It's now my pleasure to introduce the Faculty Marshal for Health Information Management Programs, Karen Patina.
Good afternoon. It's my pleasure to introduce the candidates for the class of 2017 Bachelor of Science in Health Information Management. Joshua Aguiar, cum laude. Patrick Kenneth Brady. Angela Cabral. Yash Shadare. Elizabeth Priscilla Calazzo, magna cum laude. Brigitte Jawak. Carmel Asmalzadigan. Rosalind Farajoy. Roosevelt Dwayne Grover, Jr. Emily Gudis, cum laude. Pamela Hurtado. Paulina Yavorek. Novjot Kaur. Inessa Kazik, magna cum laude. Mahin Khalid. Shaheen Khalid. Olga Leah, cum laude. Stephanie Lepson. Erin Marie Lessner. Jeremy Ryan Limp. Ariana Masi Haley. Raymond Mayer, cum laude. Melissa Daniel McClure, cum laude. Christine Zafra Mendoza. Joanne Elizabeth Mazil. Jude Mustafa. Fatima Nawaz, summa cum laude. Ni Nak Nguyen. Tiffany Phuong Nguyen. Parth Patel. Abiyadan Adabizi. Hariali Patel. Michael Jonathan Pavone. Joanna Piotrowska. Raziel Rivera. Janice Ruan. Tanya Samoilovich. Brenda Soto, cum laude. Marianne Uend. And now it's my pleasure to introduce the head of the Department of Disability and Human Development, Dr. Tamar Heller.
On behalf of the Department of Disability and Human Development, welcome all of you. And I would like to introduce our marshal, which is Sarah Parker Harris, who is our Director of Undergraduate and Graduate Studies.
Thank you, Tamar. It is my pleasure to introduce our graduates from the Doctor of Philosophy in Disability Studies. Jessica Awesome. Heather Stone. Alison Patsavis. It is my pleasure to now introduce our graduate from the Masters of Science in Disability and Human Development, Joel Gauka. It is my pleasure to introduce our first ever graduate from the Bachelors of Science in Disability and Human Development, who has a double major with a Bachelors of Science in Biological Sciences, Irad Flores. Woo! It is my pleasure now to introduce Dr. Yolanda Suarez Balcazar, Department Head for the Department of Occupational Therapy.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the Department of Occupational Therapy, congratulations, class of 2017. It is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Joy Hamel, the Director of the Occupational Therapy Doctoral Program.
Hello, everyone. It's my pleasure to introduce the candidates for the doctorate in occupational therapy. Catherine O'Brien Killian. Catherine Elizabeth Pryor. It's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Elizabeth Peterson, Marshal for the MS in Occupational Therapy program.
Good afternoon. It is my pleasure to introduce the degree recipients for the Master of Science in Occupational Therapy. So most of our graduates in the class of 2017 were unable to be with us today because they are on field work. However, we know that they're with us in spirit, and we're very glad that these representatives are here of their class. Sucha Chadasraj Sopruk, who is a fellow of the Health and Diversity Academy. Lauren Rose Janis, fellow of the Health and Diversity Academy. Christine Leung, fellow of the Health and Diversity Academy. Katie Marigold, fellow of the Health and Diversity Academy. Lana Kristen Taylor.
Good afternoon, everyone. Congratulations, students. It is my honor to introduce Dr. Gay Girolami, who is the Marshal and Director of the Doctor of Physical Therapy program. Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Arena. It is now my pleasure to introduce the graduates of the Doctor of Physical Therapy program. Julie M. Anderson, Elizabeth Ann Ave Maria, John James Barrett, Jennifer M. Bromfield, Joyce Heather Brunner, Jonathan J. Circa. Jacob Brian Chase, Maria Denisenko, Johanna DeBooz. Joshua Benjamin Eriks, Emily Christine Federer, Margaret Mary Finn. Amanda McKinney Fitzgerald, Daniel J. Green, Julia Guseva. Carrie Ann Hampton, Amy G. Hemkendrice, Alia Hernandez. Jacqueline Marie Iglesias, Olga Kaska, Kelsey Kessler. Sarah Marie Corey, Emily S. Casanda, Chelsea Irene Krotzer. Charlie Liu, David Leonard Mickelson, Janet Diane Morioka. Leah Nichols, Aura Deborah Peer, Carolina Anya Pardgorny. Charles Anthony Rincuso, Nathan Rivera Mello, Daniel Joseph Robinson. Jenny Christine Sampras, Eric Schneider, Jonathan Schwartz. Dustin James Searer, Erin Elaine Shelton, Paul Murphy Straders. Brianna Marie Stevens, Olivia Lillian Stoklosa, Anisha S. Taylor. Allie Nicole Van Drill, Rachel Marie Vogel, Robert Martin Waddell. Amy Lynn Weirs, Barbara Noel Wininger. It is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Alexandra Ruin, Marshal for the Graduate Programs in Rehabilitation Sciences.
Thank you, Dr. Girolami. It's my pleasure to introduce the graduates from the Master of Science program in Rehabilitation Sciences. Yasha 3 Apte, Etam Churuk, Kedar Despande, Mansi Joshi, Lakshmi Kanan, Tanaya Mehta, Akshaya Polekar, Varsharao, Yavan Zhao. Now it's my pleasure to introduce the degree recipients from the PhD program in Rehabilitation Sciences. Bing Chen, the title of Bing's thesis is Postural Control During a Dual Task Performance. Now it's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Demetra John, Marshal for the Bachelor of Science program in Rehabilitation Sciences.
Hello. It is my very distinct pleasure to announce the first graduate of the Bachelor of Science degree in Rehabilitation Sciences, Luca Chamacho. It is now my pleasure to introduce the Marshal for the graduate programs in kinesiology and nutrition, Jamila Fantuzzi.
Thank you. And it is my pleasure to introduce the graduates from the doctoral program in kinesiology, nutrition, and rehabilitation. Rand Akashe, role of annexin A1 in insulin resistance and pancreatitis. Ganokwan Bunsawat, role of obesity and neurovascular responses to exercise. Yimin Chan, effect of feeding types on pathophysiologic response in premature infants and intestinal epithelial cells. Jacob Thomas May, methylglyoxal and glyoxylase 1 metabolism in skeletal muscle, effect of type 2 diabetes and exercise. Jingbo Pang, galectin-3 in obesity and endotoxin-induced inflammation. Prakruti Patel, cognitive motor interference with dual testing among healthy adults and chronic stroke survivors. Chan Shen, mechanistic investigations of lipotoxicity in non-alcoholic fatty liver. Sparkle Elaine Springfield. Evaluating dietary quality in African American breast cancer survivors. Summer Joy Weber, understanding food choice and perceived value of the weak food packages among low-income caregivers. And Sun Ray Wang, therapeutic use of self in occupational therapy, applying the intentional relationship model. It is now my pleasure to introduce the recipients of the Masters of Science in Kinesiology. Michael Jason Brady, Christina Michelle Jackson, Victoria Rose Myers, Haley Michelle Scott. And it is now my pleasure to introduce the recipients of the Masters of Science in Nutrition. Lisa Dempsey, Grace Gao, Christine Player Houts, Faith Whitney Moores. And now, as my last duty, it's my pleasure to introduce the Marshal for the undergraduate program in kinesiology, Dr. Craig Horswell.
Thank you. Good afternoon. It's my honor to introduce the recipients of the Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology. Estefan Aguilar, cum laude. Nashwa Ahmed. Sarah Ahmed, cum laude. Varun Aruja. Adiyami Akingbade. Wendy Ambrosio. Michael Joseph Avila. Alexia Jolene Beauclair. Ariel Casaclan. James Chang, cum laude. Vivian Kim Chow, magna cum laude. Elizabeth Ann Colisi. Samantha Contreras. Emily Elizabeth de Cesara. Velasios G. Dimanopoulos. Thanks. Letizia Diaz. Anudu Delipe, cum laude. Christopher Francis Juice. Joanna Martha Domensky, summa cum laude. Alina Christine Edmonds. Victoria Eichelberg. David Eremkin. Montserrat Espinoza. Diane Etrada. Tatiana Fernandez. Brian Nicholas Flamini. Julia Garcia. Johnny Garfias, sorry. Masha Good, cum laude. Chun Fa Kwak, cum laude. Rosie Goose, cum laude. Elisa Lauren Williams, cum laude. Harissa Marie Ledesma. Adam Halim. Hamza Hassan. Ashley Holm, summa cum laude. Fernando Hurtado. Salik Husani. Laura Elizabeth Jennison, cum laude. Rafael Jimenez. Karen Ann Joseph. Christian David Kennedy, cum laude. Gina Klechka. Alex Kalauchik. Joseph Edward Conesco. Eric C. Cozina. David Patrick Cruz. Paul Lancero. Brandon LaBurkin. Aaliyah Janae Lipscomb. Adam Christian Lowe. Michelle Lazanu. Laznanu. Felicia Lapancu. Jack Ma. Stephen Magazine. Theodora Jasmine Markovsky. I'm sorry. Rachel Rose May. Nicole Lauren McGrath. Lindsay Jordan Melson. Donna Merva. Claire Nicole Comantessa, thank you. Kelly Lynn Moore. Justin Nelamatam, sorry. Sinju Nepanu. Christian Nguyen. Derek Nguyen. Jordan Offen. Here I was going. Walter Alexander Orihuela, thank you. Orlando Orozco. Jacob Ortiz. Daniela Valentina Padilla. Nicole Denise Panada. Zachary Aaron Piper. Sarah Ann Quinlan. Rachel Nicole Richardson. Selena Rivera. John Marley Rodriguez. Yesenia Romero. Alexandra Ruby, cum laude. Kevin F. Salinas. Lena Mohammed Sanad, cum laude. Rachel Elizabeth Snyder. Hey. Ayush Shah. Christopher E. Sliga. Thank you. Giuliani Soto. Thank you. Elliot Scott Stern. Kylie Danielle Strazo. Edward T. Saget-Pabul. Angelina Summerfield. Nicole Zabel. Christina Elisa Carbonell Tayeg. Gulan Tia. Hey. Elizabeth Marie Toppin. Hi, how's it going? Angelica Uribe. Richard Kyle Viscaino. Stephen Edward Wagner. Enrico Zamora Jr. Elisa Diane Zeit. Martin Stoivlov. It is now my privilege to introduce Kirsten Strawn, Clinical Assistant Professor of Nutrition and the Faculty Marshal for Nutrition.
I am super, super proud to introduce the 2017 class, Nutrition Science graduates, Carlin Abigail Bana, Barbara Bilski, Nicholas Valentino Kandari, Widad Dajani, Katerina Kaplich, Juliana Madej, Aruj Riaz, Alexandra Noel Sarkissian, Teresa Joy Shearing, And Latricia Washington, Bachelor of Arts candidate in Public Policy. And Renee Leigh Jeffrey, summa cum laude.
Well, if your desire and drive is as firm as your handshakes, we're all in good shape. I'm now pleased to introduce the chair of the college's alumni board, Mr. Eric Paul Meredith, for the tassel switch ceremony. Eric is the current president of the Applied Health Science College Alumni Association. He's a U.S. Navy veteran and 3-time alum of UIC. His degrees include a Bachelor of Science in Information and Decision Sciences from the College of Business, a Master of Science in Nutrition from the College of Applied Health Sciences, and a Master of Education in Youth Development for the College of Education. Have you stopped? He currently works at the United States Department of Agriculture as a regional nutritionist for the Supplement Nutrition Assistance Program, better known as SNAP. Please welcome Eric Meredith to the podium.
So can we congratulate all our graduates again? Give them a round of applause. So before I begin the tassel switch ceremony, I'd like to recognize any fellow board members. So if we have a fellow board members in the audience, if you can stand, please. Get it? Yep. Let's give our fellow board members a round of applause. Now, I'm honored to lead our undergraduate class in a venerable tradition that signals the transition from a degree candidate to an alum of the University of Illinois, Chicago. So now, I would like all of the Bachelor of Science degree candidates to please rise. All right. And so, please move your tassel from the right to the left. Everybody got it? Round of applause. So proudly on behalf of the Alumni Board, I would like to welcome you to our ranks. Please give them another round of applause. Welcome 2000 Class of 17.
It's not in the script. Let's give them another round of applause. We now move to the presentation of honors and awards. Many of our graduating students have been recognized this year by the university, their departments, or professional organizations for achievements in scholarship, leadership, and service. Students have been recognized at award ceremonies over the last several weeks, and we would like to acknowledge a few of these recipients today. It's my privilege to introduce the Associate Dean for Academic and Student Affairs, Dr. Demeter John, who will recognize the Departmental Achievement Awards.
Very short. I am pleased to announce this year's recipients of the Achievement Award, which is given to one student from each program, selected by the faculty based on their overall academic performance and their potential for becoming an outstanding practitioner in their field, and who have demonstrated leadership or provided service to the campus or their profession. These awardees were recognized at a special reception last week and were presented with a plaque in acknowledgement of their achievements. Graduates, when I call your names, please rise and remain standing. Audience, we ask that you hold your applause until all student names are read. From Biomedical Visualization, Christina Lorenzo. From Disability Studies, Allison Patsavas. From Disability and Human Development, Irad Flores. From Health Information Management, Joshua Aguiar. From Kinesiology, Savannah Sopet. From Nutrition, Renee Jeffrey. From Nutrition, Kelly Shannon. From Occupational Therapy, Elizabeth Harrison. From Occupational Therapy, Amy Krischer. From Physical Therapy, Jacob Chase. From Rehabilitation Sciences, Prakuti Patel. From Rehabilitation Sciences, Jinal Vora. From Rehabilitation Sciences, Luca Chamacho. And that's everyone. Congratulations. Please be seated. I would also like to take a moment to recognize the contributions of our outstanding student leaders from student organizations throughout the college and actually throughout the university. And I know there are many of you amongst the graduates today. Your hard work and commitment have truly made a difference in the lives of your fellow students. We would like all of our student leaders, no matter what kind of organization it was, don't be shy, please stand. Thank you for your many contributions to the AHS community and making the College of Applied Health Sciences the best college on campus. Thanks.
The Dean's Award is given to an outstanding graduating student who has been active in the community while maintaining a strong academic record. It's my favorite award to announce because it's a total surprise to the recipient, we hope. This year, I'm delighted to present the 2017 Dean's Award to Harissa Ledesma. Harissa is graduating today with a Bachelor of Science degree in kinesiology. She's been an active member of the AHS community with leadership roles in the AHS Student Council and Pre-Physical Therapy Club, while at the same time volunteering at the University of Illinois Hospital and Health Science Systems in the inpatient-outpatient rehabilitation unit. Harissa also volunteered for Keen Chicago, a nonprofit organization that empowers youth with disabilities through non-competitive exercise and fitness programs. She's also recognized as a Chancellor's Student Service and Leadership Award recipient. Harissa serves as an undergraduate teaching assistant for anatomy and physiology as well as cadaver dissection courses. However, her true passion is the UIC Musculoskeletal Biomechanics Laboratory, where she works as an undergraduate research assistant. You ever sleep? We're pleased that Harissa will be returning this fall as a graduate student in our Master of Science of Kinesiology program. Harissa, I'm proud to have you represent the College of Applied Health Sciences and award you the 2017 Dean's Award. I'd like to introduce another one of our outstanding students, the AHS Student Council President, Alyssa Williams. Alyssa and Harissa will now be presenting the teaching awards on behalf of the student body.
Good afternoon, everyone. As Dean Fernhall mentioned, my name is Alyssa Williams. We'd like to begin by acknowledging the service of our Student Council officers and other members present today. Would the AHS Student Council officers and members present today please stand?
We'd also like to thank our faculty advisor for her guidance and support. She was instrumental in helping the Student Council to meet our goals and greatly assisted us in everything that we did. Dr. Demetra John, please stand.
Harissa and I are both excited to be here today to announce 2 faculty awards selected by the AHS student body. It's actually kind of surreal being up here in front of you because just 4 years ago, Harissa and I both graduated from Tinley Park High School, and here we are today, graduates of the UIC College of Applied Health Sciences.
And we would not be here today without the outstanding teachers and mentors we have had along the way. So we want to personally say thank you to all of the outstanding faculty in the UIC College of Applied Health Sciences. Thank you.
Each year, the AHS Student Council presents an award to the recipients of the Excalibur Award for Teaching Excellence. This award is given to one faculty member from each department, chosen from nominations made by the graduating students of that unit. The Excalibur Award is presented to teachers who are role models and the professionals who provide encouragement for learning in the classroom or clinical setting, who help guide students in the achievement of their goals, and who are supportive of their students' individual efforts. Faculty Excalibur Award recipients were recognized over the past 2 weeks in their classroom and department events, but we would like to take a moment to acknowledge these outstanding faculty here today. Faculty, please rise as I call your name. Audience, please hold your applause until all names have been announced. From the Biomedical Visualization Program, Christine Young. From the Health Informatics Program, Miriam Isola. From the Health Information Management Program, Valerie Prater. From the Disability and Human Development Program, Lieke Van Humen. From the Kinesiology Program, Michelle Adams. From the Nutrition Program, Kirsten Strawn. From the Occupational Therapy Program, Heidi Fisher. From the Physical Therapy Program, Gretchen Corcoran.
Great teachers are the heart of a great university. Oh, congratulations, everybody. You may all take a seat. It's not in the script. Okay. Great teachers are the heart of a great university. The University of Illinois at Chicago annually recognizes and honors its great teachers. Recipients of the Silver Circle Award for Teaching Excellence are selected by our very own students. With this award, the students of UIC honor those who have taught us with distinction. I am honored to present the Silver Circle Award to the following distinguished member of the faculty. The 2017 Silver Circle recipient for the Applied Health Sciences is Felicia Williams. Professor Williams, will you join us up at the podium?
It's not in the script.
Not in the script. To her health information management students, Felicia is a dedicated and passionate teacher. In their nominations of her, her students wrote that Felicia gives students motivation to work hard. She goes above and beyond textbooks and passionately teaches valuable material based off knowledge and experience. Miss Williams is very enthusiastic and helpful in the students' learning process. And she actually cares if students succeed or not, and she is extremely knowledgeable of the subject that she teaches. She has a great personality and is really able to relate what we learn in the classroom with real-world experiences. Professor Williams, on behalf of your students, I am pleased to present you with the Silver Circle Award for Teaching Excellence. Yes.
I'm pleased to introduce Renee Jeffrey to deliver today's student address. Renee is graduating with a bachelor's degree in nutrition science. She served as president of the Student Nutrition Association from 2016 to 2017 academic year and has been identified as the most productive president in over 10 years. Renee is known to faculty and classmates as incredibly hardworking and supportive of her peers. She's created opportunities for students to gain volunteer experience to help enhance their resumes when applying for dietetics internships. Renee also applied for and secured $7,000 of funding to send first-year nutrition students to the Food and Nutrition Conference in Boston. Renee herself volunteers at the Jesse Brown VA Hospital and works with veterans with post-traumatic stress disorder. In addition, we would like to congratulate Renee as she just accepted a dietetic internship with the United States Army. All of these reasons make her a perfect representative of the class of 2017. Graduates, please welcome one of your own, Renee Jeffries.
Thank you. I'd like to begin by recognizing our distinguished guests here today, Dean Fernhall, as well as Chancellor Amaretis, Trustee Montgomery, Dean Yunker, Vice Provost Varelis, and our commencement speaker, Tim Grover. On behalf of the graduating class, I want to say thank you to our family and friends that are in attendance today. I know it's cliche, but in all sincerity, your support helped us make it to this day. Support comes in many forms. My parents, for example, have had to endure more than one frantic midnight phone call after I procrastinated an assignment and needed to just hear some kind words. Or my husband, who has struggled through pronouncing things like tetrahydrofolate in order to test me with flashcards to prepare for exams. Seemingly, small acts like these were constant reminders that you were always there rooting for us. And although our loved ones are irreplaceable, we definitely wouldn't be here without all the hard work we accomplished ourselves. So I'd like to welcome all of the different programs with graduating students today. I'm from the Nutrition Science program, so you'll have to excuse me if a few edible idioms snuck into my speech. And to prove I'm serious about food cliches, I'm going to spill the beans about one of my guilty pleasures. I am addicted to planning. I use one of those old school weekly calendars, and it's abused with color-coordinated to-do lists, Post-it notes. I love planning so much that if I do anything not on my to-do list, I will immediately write it in just to be able to check it off as complete. It's super satisfying and slightly concerning. But despite this satisfaction with planning, I was not planning on taking 3 gap years after high school. I was not planning on getting married a week before finals my sophomore year, and I definitely was not planning on my first degree being an accumulation of classes from not 1, 2, 3, or 4, but 5 different schools. These moments didn't feel like plans. They felt like setbacks. Setbacks. Something that we've all had to work through to get here. I wasn't following the path I was supposed to follow through life. And so I watched what felt like everyone I know graduate college on time, get a job, a promotion, maybe buy a house, and check off all those wonderful to-dos of life. I felt behind. My younger brother was working as a nuclear physicist to support his nuclear family while I attended English at community college and delivered pizza at night. Despite not following the expected timeline, the to-do list kept my end goal of graduating college in the back of my mind, and here I am. Here we are. Bachelor's degree, check. I, like so many of you, am so proud to be graduating from UIC because UIC is ripe with opportunity. We all get our email inboxes flooded every day with messages from our advisors about job, research, volunteer opportunities looking for students like us. And despite having a lot on our plate, these new experiences were worthwhile because they made classes come to life. Classes that were rigorous. This degree was no piece of cake. And sometimes we felt like we'd bitten off more than we could chew, trying to juggle everything, all while remembering to eat a well-balanced diet, get plenty of sleep, and exercise. Yeah, right. But the community of students at UIC is supportive through all of this. My classmates helped diffuse my own internal apocalypse, which tended to coincide with anatomy and physiology exams and lack of chocolate in my house. A dangerous combination, my husband will tell you. But back to my classmates. We motivated one another to step out of our comfort zone, take on leadership challenges, and pushed further advancement. And the proof is in my trembling, clammy hands right now. I would not have had the confidence to stand here without encouragement from my classmate Aruj or my advisor Kirsten. With so much of our concentration being focused on getting our degree, tomorrow is a whole new challenge. Some of us have concrete plans, and some of us have no idea what our next step is, and that's okay. We may have to work for peanuts before we can bring home the bacon, and just keep in mind that peanuts and bacon are both delicious, so savor each one as it comes along. My hat's falling off. Feel free to use my own unexpected path as an example. Be open to following life's crazy adventure because you are on no one's timeline but your own. As long as you just keep working to check off those boxes that are meaningful to you, your goals will be realized. And if you forget everything that I've said, remember this. You are the greatest thing since sliced bread, and you are the cream of the crop because you are now graduates from the University of Illinois at Chicago. Congratulations to the class of 2017.
Thank you, family members and friends, for sharing this special day with our graduates and the college. I also like to thank our distinguished guest speakers, the UIC administrators present here today, the forum staff, and my college staff for their assistance and participation in this event. A very special thank you goes to the AHS Commencement Committee and to Elaine Nicholas, who served as the coordinator for our college commencement this year. And lastly, a little note to the graduates. We're all in the business, every single one in our college, of making other people's lives better. Your skill, passion, and drive is needed more than ever to make our world a better place. I have no doubt that you will do that. Congratulations. Finally, before we end, two brief announcements. Please remain seated until the recessional is completed. And I hope that all of you will join me at the college reception in the tent directly to the south of the forum. Staff will be outside to direct guests to the reception. Guests can meet their graduates outside in the tent. No graduates will be remaining in the building. Banner carriers, please come forward to retrieve your banners. Best wishes to all of our graduates, and enjoy the remainder of this very special day.